Hello and welcome to Night Treks. Well, I'm Tom, your ghost host. The night is dark, so it's time for a tale. This is our strange journey into one story that is dark, strange, and true, but maybe not. We'll leave that for you to decide. Tonight's tale, The Bunny Man. Now, this comes from a Vice.com article about urban legends and a WashingtonPost.com article called Boo, It's the Bunny Man. In 1970, an Air Force cadet named Robert Bennett was returning from a football game with his wife in the small Northern Virginia town of Burke. They had parked a car in the field to visit an uncle who lived across the street, and as the engine was running, they saw a figure dash across the rearview mirror. A few seconds later, their passenger side window was smashed open. Well, Bennett immediately sped away, but not before catching a glimpse of a man dressed in white yelling at him about trespassing onto his private property. As they got further away, the couple discovered a hatchet on the floor of the passenger side of the car, ostensibly the tool the assailant used to break through the glass. Later in the police report drafted up for the assault, Bennett swore the man was wearing two white bunny ears. Now, his wife refuted that. She said she saw something similar to those steeply type KKK hats. But a week later, the same thing happened. A security guard named Paul Phillips approached a man dressed in a gray, black, and white bunny costume, standing on a porch that was currently under construction. In his recollection, he started chopping at a wooden pole with an axe, warning, "If you don't get out of here, I'm going to bust your head." Now, since then, there have been no official documented sightings of the Bunny Man, but the mystery was certainly seductive enough for the Washington Post to cover both instances voraciously. Given how high profile the case was, there's a chance that in the second encounter, a kid just wanted to dress up as a bunny to spook the security guard, or maybe Phillips just wanted to get in the paper. Regardless, the Bunny Man quickly became an eternal piece of Virginia folklore, and the crime mutated into a ghost story. Angie Prophet says she'll never forget her first visit to the Bunny Man Bridge. She was 14 and it was the 70s. Her boyfriend wanted to scare her, and the dark tunnel under a railroad bridge at the dead end road was the ideal place. Parked near the bridge, she recalls that she saw two children standing at the tunnel opening. She was watching them, and then all of a sudden, poof, they disappeared. She was saying, "Oh my God." And seconds later, the children were at the back window of her car looking right at her. She says, "I was hysterical." Now, she heard later of the Bunnyman Bridge and realized that that was the same bridge she had been at. And she's returned 6 times. The bridge is haunted. I do know that, she says, and often visits houses and places said to be haunted. She also says those children were victims. They died there. Now, the legend of the Bunny Man has evolved in Northern Virginia over the past 30 years in the way most scary stories do. Kernels of truth transform frightening rumors into macabre tales where the location's ripe for fright. In one version, the Bunny Man story begins in western Fairfax County in 1905 at a mental institution near Clifton where the bridge was built. Now, the state demolished the asylum and bused the convicts to Lorton. 2 of those escaped and hid in the woods. Residents found carcasses of half-eaten rabbits for weeks. Then one of the inmates was found hanging by a noose from the bridge, and the other escaped to become the Bunny Man. Then there's the 70s stories about a child or a parent, one or the other, who dressed up like a bunny, killed his family, and then hanged himself from the bridge. Other tales in the same time period report a maniac wearing a bunny suit attacking people with a hatchet and 2 children killed by a local hermit there and teens found disemboweled. In all, 28 horrible deaths are said to have happened at that bridge. In daylight, it's a single lane tunnel, 60 feet long, with strange acoustics. In the blackness of night, it's a dead end where homes hide behind thick woods, where crickets chirp like racing heartbeats. Frogs cry like babies, and the stream murmurs. Peaceful as a graveyard. Now, Steve Sucher of Springfield says it's creepy. He said he would drive by from home, going home from work, and he would keep his windows rolled up. He also says the road is poorly lit, narrow, and curvy, which makes one nervous anyhow. But he said I would get a feeling of dread. I would get weird vibes, and I can't explain why. There are reports that Fairfax County Police maintain a video surveillance of the bridge. A sign used to warn under surveillance. Cops are said to pull up soon after visitors arrive. Supposedly, surveillance footage has caught strange phenomena. So, what do you think? Is there someone in Virginia terrorizing people dressed in a bunny suit or bunny ears? Did a man or a child dressed as a bunny murder his entire family and then hang himself from the bridge? Was an escaped convict found hanging from the bridge and his partner never found? What do you think? Thank you for joining us tonight on Night Tricks. The tale is told, and it's time to go.